Hey you guys, this is Lori at TMI Gifts. I'm going to decorate this candlestick. I just want to show a good way to take one of our beaded wreaths and actually make an arrangement. And this could be for Easter, it could be for spring, summer, anyway, anything that you want. You need a great centerpiece. I'm taking one of our floral bundles. This is a, let's see, it's a Magnolia and Calla lily bundle, and it's all white. I pulled some of our lamb's ear that we have in stock. And then I also pulled a eucalyptus bush that we have, and it is a pusher. So I'm gonna use that as some greenery filler. And then I'm gonna pull some of the greenery that we have on our live sale and actually decorate this. So I put a beaded wreath at the bottom of this, but I'm not sure that I wanna do that, okay? But I'm gonna leave it there. And what I'm gonna do is I put a stick in the middle of this beaded wreath so that it holds on to the top of this candlestick. I am going to move this candlestick out of the way because it's really large. I've got my beaded wreath here, and I have my stick, and I am going to glue a piece of foam to the top of this stick, and then I'm going to decorate it. Now, the beaded wreath is covering up all of the foam here, but as I add my florals to this, this is going to give, it's just giving that good coverage of it. So I'm going to glue this to the piece of stick that I put through there, and all the stick is doing is it's keeping a prop onto my candlestick that it will not slide down over my candlestick. This is a 16-inch beaded wreath. And so it should stay very good and sturdy. Let me put another stick going the other way just to give it a little bit more brace. And the only stick that I'm using is a stick that I have kept from some of my florals that I have cut in the past. So I'm just taking that stick, I'm running it through the back of the wreath, just running it across, and running it through the other side of the wreath. It's just making a good stand for it, and it makes that wreath sturdy too. Cut this off because you won't ever see it. It's going to glue down to the top of your candlestick. Now you could do this to a bowl. If you have a bowl that you want to put it on, you could do it to it as well. All of these beaded wreaths have a UV protection in them. So they're great outside. They're going to last. They're very well made. This is a 16-inch beaded wreath. Just getting me some good glue on there. Okay, and I'm just going to flip this over because it's going to dry. And this greenery is so pretty, and it's really a real touch, soft greenery, and it's just good filler around your piece of foam, okay? I am going to take me some moss and put it over my piece of foam, just for whenever you put it on your candlestick, or if you're putting it on in a bowl. You don't want to see your greenery. It's just giving you a little bit more coverage here. And mostly getting it around the sides because all of my upper part is going to be covered with florals. And you can go back later and fill it in with some more. Okay? I'm going to break down this floral bush here. It has some good greenery on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this floral bush down. I'm going to leave all of it pretty long, and I will tell you these are all pushers on this, so you can get that just as short as you want to. We're going to cut them off really long for right now, and then I'll go back as I'm filling it in and decide how I want my arrangement to look. is going to be so pretty. Okay, this Magnolia piece is very, very pretty. I'm doing all whites. I am going to start out in the center. I'm going to cut this off just a little bit, and I'm going to dip in my glue pan. And I'm going to put this Magnolia probably right in the center of this. Now you can get this as tall as you want to or as short as you want to. Now remember, this is all pushers. So I can push this up. Love that flower on there. This is going to give me some cascading to the outside, or if you want it a little bit taller, this is a great piece to stick up to. And sometimes when you're doing this, you might want to put it all in and then glue it after you get it in case you want to stick them in another way. You know, like you get to building it and it's not exactly what you want it to look like. You can glue it later. Let me get my Lazy Susan here. Because we want this to be all the way around, okay? I'm going to cut this off a little shorter where I can go to the side of it. And remember, my foam is not that thick, so if I want something shorter, I need to cut my florals off a little shorter. Now this Calla lily is a little different. I think I'm going to go a little taller with the Calla lily. They're supposed to be a little taller. This is a really pretty stem or bush, and we have this in several different colors. So if you see anything that you like here, check out tmigifts.com. There is 1, 2, 3. There's 4 or 5 of these on there. I had one that I lost off of here. Let me go a little bit taller with this one. Come in with some of this filler. Love this. Look at all that little flowering on there, and got some good greenery and good coverage of it. It's really pretty. I'm going to get me a Magnolia a little bit lower line in the back here. Look at all this greenery on the outside, and it ties in with all of that greenery very well. I'm going to take one of these lamb's ear. Because I love the variation in the color of it. Lamb's ear is a really, really pretty foliage that you see in the spring and the summer. It grows wild as well. I'm going to cut this in 2 pieces. Yeah, I want it to go at the bottom part of it. Give me some good color. Variation in my color here. Okay. This bush has a lot of filler on it. It's a really great filler bush, as well as all of the floral that's on it. Now I'm going to put this one on a candlestick, but this could go in a bowl as well. I'm going to do a couple of more of the lamb's ears too. you see anything that you like here, all of these products can be shopped at tmigifts.com. The item number should be listed here and posted. If you do not have the TMI Gifts app, download that because it has all of our new product that pops up on it, our live sales. You can go back and watch on there as well. It's very easy to work with. Okay, I'm going to go real low because I used all my Magnolias to give good coverage. And over here, I need a little bit more white. So I'm going to get one of these Calla lilies and I'm going to cut it a little shorter. And I'm going to put it over here to the side. Yeah. This has some great greenery, great foliage on it. It's almost like you have a little fern over to the side here. You've got some grass. I'll put one in the center. It's really pretty. Do another piece of lamb's ear here. You can always steam your plants too, or your silks, and open them up a little bit more. Okay, this one has just a little bit of white on it. I think I need a little white over here. Put this off a little shorter and come out toward the side with it. Take some of this lamb's ear and maybe go in one little spot over here where we need a little bit of coverage toward the bottom. Now, you could take any of this greenery and go into this bead grass at the bottom here, but I love how it gives good coverage at the bottom. Gives you good full coverage toward the bottom. I want to get a bowl here. This is a little small bowl that I have. If you wanted to set it down and then just take the big grass piece and set it on it, it just elevates it a little bit. So you could take any kind of bowl. You could take a larger plate and actually put it on the plate, or you could put it on that candlestick and it makes a really large piece. So we've used one bundle. We've used 2 or 3. We've used 3 lamb's ear. So this full bundle that we have, that's the Calla lily and the Magnolia piece, we used 3 lamb's ear, and then we also used a piece of foam, and we used one of our bead grass wreaths. That's the 16-inch UV protected bead grass wreaths. So what a great piece and a large piece that you can make to go on your table. It has a bead grass on the bottom of it. You could take that off and not use it there. And then you can place this one on top of it. And you have a large piece here. This would be great at a church to use at the front of the sanctuary at church. We could take this one off. You need a large arrangement. And then you just put this one on top. It makes a really good statement. This is how you can take one of our bead grass, 16-inch bead grass wreaths, and make something very pretty for a candlestick.